Hello everyone, this is Void, and joining me again is D Cubed. We've got another very exciting troll team for you, using the infamous Smeargle, and D Cubed is going to tell us what this is all about.
Alright guys, so this one is a little less mechanical than the Muck team that we featured in the last two episodes. Our primary focus of trolling here is going to be Smeargle with the infamous move Dark Void, which puts both of our opponent's Pokemon to sleep. So it's just about the most troll move there is in VGC. So we're going to try to take advantage of that. So we have a Scarf Smeargle here, which is going to be faster than pretty much everything we're going to be up against. So Dark Void is going to be the main focus, but we also have Transform, which can copy one of our opponent's Pokemon or one of our Pokemon, along with stat changes. So that's pretty troll also. And then Forest Curse is a weird move you don't see too much, but that's going to add a grass typing to our opponent's Pokemon, which can allow us to hit it with Pokemon like Salamence, who we have in the back. And then Sheer Cold is just perhaps the most fun move in all of VGC. So hopefully we may be able to feature a Sheer Cold hit for you guys if we need to do that. And then the focus of this team is going to be either Smeargle or Clefairy to set up our two big power hitters like Kangaskhan or Salamence. So hopefully most of the time we'll lead Smeargle and Kangaskhan. And the combination of Dark Void and Fake Out, and then we can start Power Up Punching. We saw Power Up Punch with Muck, but Power Up Punch with Kangaskhan is even more scary just because of the immediate offensive pressure that Kangaskhan applies. So we're going to have Smeargle, Kangaskhan try to set up that way. We also have Salamence, so that if Kangaskhan doesn't work out, we can use Salamence as our Mega. And Salamence, Hyper Voice plus Forest Curse from Smeargle is kind of an interesting little duo we can do there. And then Clefairy has Follow Me to set up both these Pokemon as well. So we're going to use either Smeargle or Clefairy to try to set up our Kangaskhan or do big damage with Salamence. And then another setup Pokemon we have is Azumarill with Belly Drum, which is going to maximize Azumarill's attack at the cost of half of its health. So that's a really good setup move to use alongside Smeargle or Clefairy. And then for kind of a tech guy, we have Swampert here, which is a really bulky Swampert with Assault Vest. And it has Counter and Mirror Coat. And we've EV'd it to take some of the strongest attacks in the metagame, such as Kangaskhan's Double Edge or Charizard's Solar Beam, and then Mirror Coat and counter those away. And Swampert also deals with Pokemon like Heatran and Landorus, which we had trouble with Kangaskhan and Salamence had some trouble with. So yeah, that's the basic idea of this team. We're going to try to troll a Smeargle and set up Kangaskhan.
Yeah, Smeargle's always been famous for all the shenanigans it can pull off, and while we might not have as specific of a game plan going into this battle as we had with the Muck team, we still have a lot of options that we can use. So it's what we're going to use is really going to depend on what our opponent has here.
Oh, and he alright, that is a perfect example of what Smeargle is supposed to do. I'm guessing this guy forfeited as soon as he saw what we were trying to do. So that just kind of shows you how scary this team is. Smeargle is perhaps the most scary Pokemon to see in Team Preview out of any Pokemon that I've ever seen in VGC.
Yeah, sometimes players just see the Smeargle and say, you know what, I really don't want to play this game. Smeargle's just so obnoxious, so I'm just going to forfeit and try to find a more normal team to play against.
Alright, so hopefully this guy does not forfeit, and it doesn't look like he's going to, but a pretty similar team to what that last guy was running. He does have the Landorus and Heatran, so I think that Swampert is going to be a necessity in this game. His team is really pretty slow other than that Landorus, so I think leading Smeargle and Kangaskhan with Fake Out is going to allow us to get that guaranteed Dark Void off. So I think those two are a pretty nice lead, and we'll be able to showcase Smeargle immediately in this battle.
And an interesting fact about the Swampert's EVs, it can take a Charizard Solar Beam with our Clefairy's Friend Guard. So, and then Mirror Coat it back for the KO. So we might be able to see that situation if we do decide to bring Clefairy. However, it might not be the best option here. So
yeah, obviously we can't bring Salamence if we're bringing Kangaskhan. So it's whether we think that Azumarill can have some merit in this battle or we want to bring Clefairy. I don't know. There isn't like a 100% case for Azumarill, but I think it might be the safer option here.
I'm not sure Clefairy's going to help a ton here. So
yeah, I think we'll bring Azumarill just to be safe.
Alright, and we see some big offense from our opponent here. Some big offensive potential with spread moves. Maybe a Heat Wave from the Charizard or a Rock Slide from Landorus.
Yeah, so I think we kind of have to Dark Void Fake Out here. Fake Out into the Landorus. And this is where you see the one weakness of this team is Dark Void missing. So if we by chance miss that Dark Void on the Charizard, we could be in for some trouble here, because Charizard is almost guaranteed to pick up the KO on Smeargle.
A really good thing right here, though, is that we don't have a fake out from our our opponent doesn't have the possibility of fake outing us, so that really gives us control of the first turn. So you see right there, the Dark Void missed the Landorus, but that's okay because we have access to fake out. We're sort of hedging our bets there.
Yeah, and actually the Smeargle went before the Landorus, so it's not a Scarf Landorus, or if it is, it's a really slow Scarf Landorus. So we can actually Dark Void again because that Landorus is not going to go before the Smeargle. And we probably want to start punching here.
Power punching or
yeah,
punching?
power punching.
Or just plain returning.
Yeah, all Kangaskhan does is just punch all day, punch stuff. So yeah, I think Dark Void here. I'm just gonna punch the Landorus so that we can maybe. I think Power Punch here plus a +1 Sucker Punch should get rid of the Landorus. So we hit the Landorus and miss the Charizard, which doesn't matter obviously because it was already asleep. And then we get the Power Punch here, which is gonna bring us to +1.
So now Kangaskhan's a massive threat, and it's going to be able to easily take out that Charizard or Landorus with a return. The question is whether or not it's going to be able to do so with the Sucker Punch.
Alright, I think Sucker Punch should get the Landorus in this range. So I think we can switch out Smeargle, and then we can bring it in later to either maybe transform the boosts, or just continue to Dark Void, or maybe Sheer Cord if we're feeling unlucky. But I think that the Charizard is either going to Heat-Wave or Flamethrower in the Kangaskhan. So Azumarill is a pretty safe switch in here to bring in Smeargle another day. And then I think we'll Sucker Punch the Landorus to get rid of it if he chooses to keep it in.
Yeah, and Landorus really is not going to be carrying Protect, so it's always going to try to attack if it can. And that's what we see happening here. We do get the Wake Up on the Charizard and a Heat Wave, not quite taking out Kangaskhan, so we still have a big threat here.
Alright, that was actually some pretty big damage on Azumarill. Why does it have Uproar?
Uproar. What a brilliant choice.
Alright, that's a little scary because we can't Protect now.
A genius addition of Uproar.
Wait, doesn't Uproar like prevent them from falling asleep? So we have like a anti-Smeargle Azumarill here.
Let me check. All sleeping active Pokemon wake up. Okay. So let's not Uproar after a Dark Void.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
We might want to Sucker Punch the Charizard. Do you think that'll take it out, or I don't know?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Aqua Jet plus Sucker Punch on Charizard, but that leaves the Sylveon open. I think Sylveon might be able to wipe both of us with a Hyper Voice.
Really? I think doesn't assume we'll resist Hyper Voice though.
Yeah, I think Azumarill can take it. We just have to ask ourselves, has Kangaskhan done his job, and do we think that Swampert and Smeargle and possibly Azumarill can take out that Sylveon?
See, I think the problem is here, if we switch Kangaskhan out, we really don't have enough momentum to deal with both of these two threats. So if we can just get rid of one of them.
I think our opponent's gonna get greedy and try to attack with that Charizard. I think he's gonna go for the Solar Beam Hyper Voice here, so I think that we should be able to get the Sucker Punch out.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty safe, I think. Let's hope he doesn't Protect. Okay, there we go.
Oh, I don't know if that Aqua Jet's gonna get it. It is a max attack. It's Quick Attack Sylveon, so good thing we went for that. Oh, nice. Critical hit, not sure we needed that. We might count that after this game, but that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's definitely a good pickup there. Now, instead of having to face down that threatening Charizard and the Sylveon with our two water types here.
Alright, so our opponent brings in Moon Duck. So we're faster here than both, so we can just start Dark Void in here. And I don't think we want to get risky and go for a Bellycam here. We might.
We might not be able to take a Hyper Voice if the Dark Void misses, so.
I think we need to.
You never know.
We can start hitting that Cresselia more, I think. So I think we'll go for the player up on Cresselia.
We don't have a lot to take out Cresselia.
We might want to Sheer Cold.
Let's Dark Void first so we can limit the offense from that Sylveon. And then, like, if we manage to take out the Sylveon, we can just start pulling the Cresselia over and over.
Yeah, double Dark Void hits, that's good. Alright, now we can switch out Smeargle maybe and bring it in Sheer Cold later.
Okay, let's take out the Sylveon first, though. I feel like that's the right threat because we're not going to get too many chances to do that. Yeah.
Alright, so not much damage in Azumarill. Other than that, some of us Swampert keeps that really well. Oh, that was some good damage. Azumarill was really hard hitting.
Oh. I didn't know that Fairy type doesn't move this Fairy type. Maybe I need more experience with this.
So I think we'll play rough and Gear Coat here. So if our opponent is going to Hyper Voice, yeah, we'll be able to get that Mirror off and KO it. If Azumarill misses the barrel. I don't know if Mirror still works here. I think it does. Oh, no, it doesn't. I guess it has to hit the Pokemon that attack it. I didn't know what that mechanic is.
It's interesting to know, though. Mirror doesn't see a lot in competitive play, but this team is really showcasing that.
He goes with a Toxic, which I don't know if I agree with that, because I think he could have used a Psychic move to pick up the KO.
Yeah, Toxic isn't really going to do a lot to Azumarill because it's already so low on HP. He's in a tough spot right now. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of it.
Oh, he does.
He does have Moonlight, though.
Alright, so I think our win condition... we are going to get a use Sheer Cold.
Okay, this is going to be a lot of fun. Let's see if one of these 8 Sheer Colds is going to connect here.
Yeah, if indeed our opponent does not have a Psychic move, I think we're going to get a few Sheer Colds off here, guaranteed. Because even for the Toxic on Azumarill, where he very easily could have just knocked it out with a Psychic move. So he may be running kind of a strange Cresselia set without a Psychic move.
Maybe he doesn't even have an attacking move, so
yeah.
We'll see here.
So we'll just keep going for these Ice Beam Freezes and just try to get some Sheer Colds off here.
Unfortunately, the first one misses. And a Trick Room.
Alright. Sheer Cold is a pretty hype move. Let's see if we can hit this.
We have the Ice Beam going down.
Oh, that's not a good move by our opponent. Oh, we missed Sheer Cold again. Alright, so he's going to get a Moonlight off here. I think Toxic might be his only method of dealing damage.
It might be. So let's see if we can get a freeze or a Sheer Cold.
Oh, we're faster.
Oh! Okay. There we go.
Yeah, I didn't even think to look for that in the last turn, but yeah, Swampert is pretty slow. It's got base 60 speed, so...
Yeah, thanks for the trick room there, sir. Really helped us outspeed you and kill you there.
Alright, so that was a good battle. Smeargle was clutch in this battle. He hit his Dark Voids pretty nice, and then we had that kind of safety blanket of Sheer Cold here in case that Cresselia could just keep moonlighting and getting health back. I think the decisive turn was when our opponent decided to go for the Toxic on Smeargle instead of maybe a Moonlight. If he would have gone for a Moonlight on that turn that he Toxic Smeargle, he would have been able to take those 2 Ice Beams that we used after that, or the 1 Ice Beam we used after that. So we would have maybe had to rely on Sheer Cold, but our opponent arguably misplaying there and going for the Toxic instead.
Yeah, Smeargle was a really important resource because if you think about what the position would have looked like if we didn't have Smeargle on the team, it would have been a lot worse of a situation. This is why Smeargle is such a big threat, even though some consider him pretty gimmicky. He can really turn a game around, and he can turn 2 or 3 turns of your opponent attacking into 2 or 3 turns of them just doing nothing and sitting there sleeping. So, a really solid battle for the first episode of this team, and we will see you all in the next episode.